Okay, let's talk a little bit about breakage and how to fix it. This is half of a glass door that I found in somebody's front yard. I cut it in half. I put the top half up in the top of the garage for my door up there, and I put the bottom half in my kitchen cabinet. Well, Honey Baby took it out to paint it, and it was sitting around and got knocked over and it broke. Both of these little window track thingies came out, and this thing right here splintered, and I got the splinters in my hand. And a lot of people don't realize how fixable wood is. I had a banjo that I loaned to a missionary one time, and he ran over the headstock with a car and splintered it. And I took it home. I took all the splinters home, and I spent some time piecing them all back together and gluing them in place. And it's hanging on the wall in there now, and I can go and play it, and it works just fine. It's just a matter of patience and time and figuring out how all the splinters fit, and then piecing them back together pretty much, which is what I'm going to be doing right here. I'm going to be putting all these splinters back in place and piecing them back together and gluing it down. But then it's going to need a little bit more strength on the top, so I cut me a piece of oak. And I'm going to take this piece of oak and I'm going to put it right on the top. I'll cut it off right here. I'll glue all this together, and then I'll put some screws in these two ends. And I might get tricky and drill out and put some screws into these shafts right here. The oak is very strong and very firm, and it'll keep everything tied together real nice. And I noticed this part down here has a tendency to come unstuck, so I might even just run a little piece of oak along the bottom of that too. That way I'll have it tightened up top and bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do this morning so that can have time to dry and all, and while I'm working out in the garage on other things. So with that said, I'll get my glue and my screwdriver gun. I'm going to be drilling some holes in this thing. Might as well go ahead and mark my holes now. Let me see, yep, there's my line. So basically I'm going to need to drill a hole right here. That's right in the top of that window post, and right here. And if I had two, if I had one here and one here, same thing over here, one there and one there. So I'm going to drill and countersink a little hole where I can shoot a screw down in there. And oh, that should be just honking. Okay, I got that done now. She is good and solid. I'm tempted to go in there and go ahead and hang it, but I think I'll wait. I'll probably, you know, Honey Baby don't have a lot of painting to do, but she's got a little bit to do, especially up here. So I'll leave it. It'll get dry. She can finish touching it up, and then we can go hang it up. It's good and solid now, better than it ever was, so that was the right thing to do. I feel good about it. And here it is back in the kitchen, all put back in place. Oh, just look at it. Oh, just look at it. Oh, just look at it. Ooh. Ah. Wee. Oh, it makes us happy, don't it, Zaki? It makes us very happy. Wee.